Good day, yogis, and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Brooke Blankenship. Let's get started. Please sit back in your seats, press your back against the chair, allow your heels to come underneath of your knees, your legs to be completely relaxed, arms to be completely relaxed, either laying in your lap or down by your sides. Relax the shoulders and relax the eyes, relax the mind. Just allow everything to go, all your thoughts to go. Focus on the inhalation and the exhalation, in and out of the body. Let go of everything that came before, everything that will come after, and focus on your breath. We have more than 20,000 breaths in and out of our body in a day. Let's take the next 45 minutes to focus on a few of them. And then opening back up your eyes, still keeping that focus on your breath. We're going to allow the chin to drop towards the chest. Feeling a stretch happening through the back of the neck, the shoulders, the back. And then we're going to let our head start to roll from side to side, being really gentle with our necks here. And just finding anywhere that feels maybe tight or sticky, and you might want to just linger for a little bit and breathe into. Just taking some time with our neck muscles here to explore what feels good. Send some nice healing breath into our neck. It holds up our heavy heads all day long. It holds up all of our light and heavy thoughts in our brains. So really just giving it a moment to stretch and release and relax here. Excellent job. And then bringing the head back up to neutral. Bringing the hands down by the sides now. We're going to reach the arms up, touch the fingertips together at the top. And then exhale as we bring the arms back down again. Reach the arms up, touch the fingertips. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. All right, yogis, moving forward on your chair now. We're going to bring those arms out into goalposts or cactuses. And we're going to just start with simple twisting. So taking a big breath in as we twist the body and the arms toward the right side of the room. And then releasing as we come back towards center. And inhaling to the left. Releasing, inhaling to the right. Matching the movement with our breath. Releasing the hands back down, shaking them out, rolling those shoulders back and forward. Great job. Bringing your hand out in front of you, left hand out in front in a stop sign, taking those right fingertips and wrapping them around your fingertips, trying to straighten your left arm as much as possible, and then breathing into that stretch through the front of the wrist, the palm, and the belly of the forearm. Flipping the palm down now, pulling those fingertips toward the heart. Feeling that stretch through the back of the wrist, the forearm. Releasing, shaking it out. Other side. Right arm comes up, stop sign, grabbing those fingertips, gently tugging on them, opening up through the bottom of the palm, the bottom of the wrist, the belly of the forearm. And then releasing and bringing those hands down, pulling those fingertips toward the heart. Releasing, rolling out the wrist, shaking out those arms. Excellent job. So now we're going to bring our left hand up to the sky, and I want you to grab your wrist of your left hand with your right hand, and then we're just going to gently pull our wrist up towards the sky and feel that opening that's happening through the whole left side. The arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the ribs, even the hip is involved here. Breathing into it. Releasing back down, shaking out the arms, and to the other side. Right arm comes up, left arm grabs the wrist, gently tugging, opening up through the right side of the body. Releasing and shaking out the arms. Excellent. So we're going to come into a little cat-cow here. So making sure that the knees and the heels are in one line. Heels should be directly underneath your knees. Grabbing hold of your kneecaps, pulling the belly and the chest forward as we breathe in, looking up towards the sky. And then releasing, exhaling, pulling the belly to the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Keep moving with the breath. Using the breath to find the rhythm in the movement. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to come into that peanut butter jelly roll, okay? So peanut butter jar. So pretend like you are cleaning out the peanut butter jar. There's the very last of it. You got to use that knife to really get it out. So we're going to come around to the side, up front and back, all the way around, making big circles, rotating from your hips, and feeling free to stop and linger anywhere where it feels good. Going as fast or as slow as your body feels good. And then coming back to neutral and to the other side. So rewinding, going the opposite direction. And back to center. Excellent job. Shaking that out. All right, so moving forward to the edge of our seat, we're going to come into our salutations to the sun. Bringing the hands down by the side. Taking a big breath in as we reach the arms up above us, looking up at the hands. Now, dive forward, letting the chest come first. Excellent. Breath out, inhale up, flat back, fold. Rise all the way back up. Gather the hands at the heart. Again, inhale up, fold. Halfway, fold. All the way, hands to the heart. Inhale up, fold, halfway, fold, all the way up, hands to the heart. Inhale up, fold, halfway, fold, all the way up, hands to the heart. Inhale, fold, halfway, fold, all the way, hands to heart. Inhale up, fold, halfway, fold, all the way up, hands to the heart. Press those fingertips into the heart, pressing the thumbs into the heart. Feel the heart beating beneath the thumbs. The body's life force of breath flowing through you. And then making our way to standing. So we're coming to the left side of our chair. We're going to come in and find a warrior one pose. So I'm going to take my left toes and I'm going to inch them out forward. I'm going to leave them pretty close to the top of my chair so that I can bend my knee and still use this chair as support for my hand. So my back foot, my right foot, is going to be facing towards the opposite, the diagonal of the chair, okay? Bending that knee, reaching the arm up to the sky. Our back leg is straight, our front leg is bent. Breathing into our warrior one, strong in our warrior pose. Straightening through that front leg, we're going to bring that hand down to either the thigh or the front shin, breathing into our pyramid pose. Bending that front knee, coming back into our warrior one. And then straightening through that front leg. We're going to turn our feet to the side and heel toe our feet back together, coming to the opposite side of the mat. So again, we're going to inch those right toes out towards the top of the front of the chair, okay? Left toes are going to come behind you and facing toward the diagonal, at a diagonal. So my left hand is going to ground myself into the chair. My right knee is going to bend. My right arm is going to come up to the sky. So staying strong, trying to stay straight through the back leg and bent through the front leg. Big breath in and out through the nose while we hold our yoga poses. Straighten through the front leg and then allow that hand to either come to the thigh or down to the shin into a pyramid pose, breathing through the left side of the leg. Bending through that front knee, rising back up into our warrior two, strong warriors, pressing down through both of the feet, feeling that energy radiating up from the feet, through the legs, the torso, and then out the arm. Excellent job, straightening through that front leg, turning both the feet to the sides of the chair and then heel toeing those feet back together. We're going to come into our warrior two now on the sides of our chair. So feet are going to be in one line, inching those toes out towards the front of the mat, except this time our hips are going to remain facing towards the chair instead of more towards the front of the room, okay? So reaching, bending through that left knee, and then our arm is going to come out in front of us. Gaze comes out over the middle finger. Torso is turned towards the right side of the room. Straightening through our front leg, and we're going to reverse our warrior. So using your chair as your support, straightening through the leg and then bringing that left arm up above you, finding a stretch happening all through the front of the body. Coming back into our warrior two, bending that front knee, extending the arm out. And then reversing again. We're going to straighten that front leg, reverse into our warrior. Back into our warrior two, last time. Flip and straighten, reverse the warrior. Excellent job. Turn both sets of feet. Turn both feet to the chair and then heel toe those feet back together. Coming to the opposite side of the mat for our warrior two. So the first thing I'm gonna do is walk my front foot out. And remember, we want our feet more on a balance beam here, okay? So our feet are more in line together. I'm using the back of the chair for support. I'm gonna bend through the front leg, keep my back leg straight. Arm is gonna come up, breathing through the right side of the body and the strengthening that is happening in the legs. Stretching the arm out forward. Straighten the leg, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Breathing into the stretch happening all through the front right side of the body. Coming back into our warrior two. Reversing and floating back. Coming back into our warrior two, last time. Reversing and floating back. Back into our warrior two, and then turning all feet to face the chair. Coming back up. Excellent job, yogis. So we're gonna come back to the right side of our chair. We're gonna do a standing eagle pose. So I like to start by bending both of my knees, coming into a chair pose first. Then I'm gonna lift my front leg, my left leg, and cross it over the right. I'm gonna kickstand my toes down here at the bottom, and then reach my arm across my body, grabbing for the outside of my right shoulder. So I'm bending into my knees, squeezing my legs together, pulling my belly button into the spine, lifting my chest up, maybe even taking my gaze up towards the ceiling. Unwind and release. Other side. So coming down now and resting on our left foot this time. And we're going to come into our seat first, and then crossing the leg over. Oops, let me readjust here. Crossing the leg over, kickstanding the foot. I'm squeezing these two legs together. I'm gonna bring my right arm across my body and grab for the back of my shoulder. Sitting up, pulling that belly button into the spine, and then pulling my chest and my gaze up towards the ceiling. Release, shake it out. Coming into eagle again once more. We're going to bend through the knees, come into that chair pose, take the left leg over, kickstand it, squeeze those legs together. Everything squeezes towards the center line of the body in this pose. Pull that belly button to the spine. Take your arm over your shoulder and squeeze everything in tight. Deep breaths in and out. And release, shake it out, dance it out. Other side. So again, we're going to sit into our chair, cross the leg over, kickstand the feet, pull those feet, squeeze those legs together. Bring the right arm across the body, grabbing for the outside of the shoulder, and squeeze everything in towards the center of the body. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Release, let everything go. Whew, good job, yogis. Coming back to seat on our chairs now. Taking a moment to just catch our breath. That was some really hard work that we just did. So before we go any further, just taking a moment to catch our breath, bringing your hands to your heart or allowing them just to lay on your knees, closing down the eyes, settling the breath. Bringing your arms out to the sides. We're going to twist now. So taking the left hand, bringing it to the outside of the right knee, grabbing hold of the back of the chair, and twisting and looking behind you. Unwinding, coming back through center, bringing the arms out wide once more, and then twisting. Unwinding, coming back through center. Scooting yourself forward on your chair a little bit and then bringing those feet out wide into a seated goddess position. And then we're going to drop our shoulders one at a time, stretching through the outside of the shoulders and the chest. This one is one that is one of my favorites. Obviously, I do it all the time. And I think it just feels really good for us. So let's move at our own pace today. Okay, so breathing in and out of your nose. If you find a spot that feels like it needs a little extra attention, just stopping there for a few minutes and sending your breath there, okay? So big breath in and dropping the shoulders one at a time. A few more here. And then coming back through center. So heel toeing those feet back together now. We're going to swing our feet over to the left side. I'm going to ground down through the left side, through my left foot. And then I want this leg, my right leg, to be able to just hang freely off, okay? So we're going to be stretching our quadricep, grabbing the back of the chair for support here. I'm going to give you several different ways. So if you have really tight quadriceps, which a lot of us do, this might be just enough stretch for you. By being able to press your foot into the back of the mat, we can feel that stretch happening through the hip and the front of the thigh, okay? If this isn't enough for you and you'd like a little bit more, you can reach back and try to grab the pant leg or the ankle, okay? You can grab the ankle, you're pulling that ankle up towards your glute, and then breathing into the stretch here. Sitting up nice and tall. Great job, releasing that foot. So we're going to stretch through the toes now. So taking your toes underneath of your chair, and you can put as much weight or as little as weight as you want to put on there. But I want you to turn your toes under and stretch them. You can push back on your toes, stretching through the bottom of the foot. Breathing into that stretch. And then we're gonna release that, shake it out, and then we're gonna stretch the toes the opposite way. So curling the toes under and pressing the tops of the toes into the mat. Breathing into the stretch. Excellent job, yogis. So tapping that foot out, shaking it out. And while we're on this side, we're gonna go ahead and get our hip stretch in too. So go ahead and bring that right foot over the left hip. So this is a different way, the same stretch that we always do, we're just facing a different way in the chair now. So sitting up nice and tall, just like we always do, or maybe leaning forward over that folded leg. Wherever you are breathing in to the intense hip stretch that is happening through the right hip. Right toes are flexed on top of the knee. Rising back up, we're gonna cross this leg all the way over, coming to a cross-legged position. Big breath in, get really tall and long in the spine, and then twist and face the back of the room. Release, unwind, come back through center, and let's go to the other side. So we're gonna take our right toes now, ground them down into the earth. Left toes are gonna come underneath of us. So we're gonna start here by pressing those toes into the earth, turning on that quadricep. Can you feel that stretch happening? Move your leg back if you do not feel it happening, okay? You should feel that stretch happening all through the hip here. If you can, grabbing for the heel or the ankle or the pants leg, and then pulling that heel in towards the glute. Sitting up nice and tall and breathing into the stretch. releasing that foot down. We're gonna stretch through the back of the foot and then bottom of the toes. So curling those toes under and then stretching forward. Curling the toes under now and stretching through the top of the foot, top of the toes. Crossing, release it, shake that out, dance it out. Crossing that ankle now all the way over the foot, sitting up nice and tall. And if you choose to, leaning forward over the folded leg. Back up through center, crossing that leg all the way over. We're going to get really tall and long in our spines, and then twist towards the back of the room. And unwinding, coming all the way back through center and setting ourselves up for our final resting pose. So finding the most comfort that you can on these very hard chairs. Placing the heels underneath of the knees, palms face down on your lap. Maybe palms facing up, maybe palms together. Finding some ease in the body, shutting down the eyes, taking a few moments to cultivate all the goodness from our practice. You are being led. You are being guided. You are being led. I say that a lot because I need to hear that a lot. The more I hear it, the more I believe it. The more I believe it, the more I see it. There are times when life flows along, but it's easy and natural. When it's easy and natural to believe we're being guided. But there comes a point in any journey, in even the most magical of trips, when we look around and say, I don't know where I'm going. We have no plan. We're short on ideas, and we're plumb out of vision. We've gone as far as we could see. Now is the time to practice what you know. Trust. Let go. Stay as peaceful as you can. Stay right here in the present moment. Sharpen your tools, your intuition, your inner voice, your consciousness, and your awareness. Do the little things, the small actions that appear right, the things that are right before you. Feel your feelings. Move through the fear. Wrap up in self-love. Then let the journey unfold. Trust that you are being guided and led. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Taking a big breath in through the nose. Opening the eyes and letting the breath come out. Maybe taking a big stretch overhead. Letting out a yawn or a sigh. And then bringing our hands together in prayer pose. It is an honor to share this practice with you. Go forward with light and love and peace in your heart, in your world, throughout your day. Namaste, friends. Thank you.